trying to make my own black paint blend. Already put 2 half empty tubes into one. And there's black paint all over the place because it's spattered all around. Wait, did it actually spatter all the way over here? Oy. Okay. I need to mix the paint. It's 2 types of paint, and one is very chunky and the other is very clumpy. So I need some water. Just to make it smooth, and then I have to let it sit for a couple of days. It's already a nice, getting a nice consistency. It's a bit, yeah, it's still quite thick. I mean, you can put your stick in it and it stays up there. So I'm gonna be brash and put in quite some water. Okay, stick is starting to fall over, so it's getting already thinner. Still thickish. Somehow it's wobbly. I think in the dishwasher it expanded a bit. Okay, last of my jar of water, which is fine. Which means I can put away the jar, clean it and use it for something else. There we go. And then this can start mixing. Usually takes, if you want to create your own blend of paint by mixing others, but you have nice consistency and all. Ready paint, and you usually need to let it rest for a couple of days. Make sure it's a good airtight jar so it doesn't evaporate. I mean, at least my stick is now falling over. So this is a way better consistency. Probably still a bit too thick, but at least a lot thinner. And the very clumpy but nice black paint is now also, well, very nice. I mean, didn't I have something black to paint? Which needed to be black, but right. Nezuko's hair. See, this was the black paint first, very transparent. So now I'm going to use my blend and see how it is. It's not a single coat. Didn't expect that. But at least it's a lot more opaque. And at least there's no chunky bits in it anymore. See the difference? Okay, it's a second coat, but still, at least it's getting ink black. And that's why I prefer making my own blend with my own consistency. Sure, it's not perfect yet, but I have still leftover paint that needs to go in here, and it's way too full already. Let's put you away before I accidentally splatter on you. I mean, this is why we have those silicone sheets. There we go. Clean the steering stick. And let it dry for next time. Right. And clean the paintbrush. I forgot to clean my paint water last week and it's very dirty. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove you so you can be cleaned. Where is my lid for it? There should be a lid around here. At least as far as I remember. There, that's the lid. So I can take this along for cleaning. Grab the other jar. Grab my bottle of water. And put that in my little holder. Now what I'm going to do is, well, first clean my brush because it was dirty. Is this clean? When in doubt, flip it over. And I'm going to resin this. And last time I used thin layers and that worked a lot better. So I'm going to try that again. It's not very sunny today, so it might take a while before things harden, but you know, let's try. A little bit of flame. First a thin layer. And like I said, I won't turn this into a standee because I want to turn it into a oversized pin for a future Ita bag I'm eyeing. Okay. Now we're gonna let this dry. Probably gonna need the rest of the day. So let's put it on the tray. And let's continue this. One. Okay, where did the other one go? Two and three. Took some to the main house for show and tell. And I believe I picked the very new blend for Tenebra, but I can't fit everything on here. Okay, well, and it looks pretty much done except the sides and the eyes, but Penny looks done. So wait, let's first put it a bit on the side, a little bit of organization because it's getting too much. What I'm going to do is the sides and no. Let's give Penny the gold side. Because I'm running out of the other one and Penny's allowed to stand out. Still have to do her back anyway, so. How about you go on a almost drying spot? There we go. Sometimes you just need to activate the marker a little bit. Also, Penny won't be a standee, she will be an oversized pin. Not sure what I will do for the back. But I'm leaning towards purple. Because that's a nice contrast with her orange hair. I'll use my brush for that side. And I'll use my brush for that side. Reminds me of I have that sea star that I found back. Should also give that a little paint job. Very nice coat. This marker, I like this brand. This paint is really nice. They call it oil markers. Not sure if they are because you can rinse it out with water. At least this brush, you can rinse it out with water. Didn't want to hit the orange. No. Gonna repaint that. Oh well. Needed that neon orange paint anyway, so. These little tiny pieces. It's very tricky to do that by marker, so you just use a brush. I do need to make standees out of the Zodiac Princess and Kai. So I might do that later on in the stream. Clean the brush, pump a bit. Okay, suddenly this brush doesn't want to get clean and gets hardened. I did not intend that. Then I'm going to use rubbing alcohol soon enough, but where is my ruined brush? Maybe a ruined brush, but still perfect for jobs like this. I am going to put the cap on this so it doesn't dry out. Half of it is done. Put it in the water. Huh, suddenly the brush is fixed. But okay, so I need some hand sanitizer. That's what I have, and that's easier if you want to clean the brush and use your fingers. I hope I didn't ruin it, but I still have plenty of brushes like these, so if I do ruin it, so be it. Maybe that's why I used that ruined brush last time. It looks like this brush is ruined. Yeah. Oh, whoops. Like I said, I have plenty of these brushes. It sucks, but like I said, it's nothing I can do to change it. I have some brush cleaning soap somewhere, so I might use that on this because it is for oil paints. This brush is kind of ruined. Okay. Well, whoops. Let's see. I have plenty of brushes, but it's not very easy to reach for me right now, so I need to make some noise because this place is not fully cleaned up just yet. There we go. This needs to go. And this needs to get out. Okay, into the hole. Oops. Try not to trip. Find some dropped stuff which I can clean up immediately. There we go. Let's put you over here. And now my brushes. I have so many brushes, don't worry. Sucks if you ruin one, but like I said, maybe I can fix it later. Ah! That's all my brushes. Now, I think I'm going to grab this one. That's even thinner than this. So that's my super thin brush for here. Now I need my medium size. Oh, so many. That's a big fun. That's not needed. Oh, this can go with my other Chinese brushes or Oriental brushes. This is just a brush without a holder. Ooh. Also another fine tip. But I still need the mid-size. What's this size? A 0 and a 2. It's a double-sided one. And this is a 00. That never matters. So this one I can't put in my jar. And looky, same brand. 000. But I need a 00. So many brushes. Most come from free sets. Yep, 00. It's a bit longer, but this should do it. And of course, I have my favorite brushes. Let's see, do I need another size? I have the mid-size. I have big sizes over there. I don't think I need any of these. No, I think I'm good for now. But again, I have a gazillion brushes. What's under here? Examples for posing. I even have big brushes like this. But while I'm here, I can put away these brushes. I mean, I'm here anyway, so why not clean up brushes? Do I have a very cheap craft brushy? No, I do not. Like these brushes, great for gluing another, well, you don't mind if it gets ruins. I have a lot of water brushes. I do like water brushes for my watercolors. Yeah, I already have this. Should do watercolors again. But yeah, brushes like this, very soft. Can't really use those. Okay, let's clean up the brushes. So that's why I'm not worried that I ruined one. And like I said, I have some great into a cobweb. Since this is a garage, it's normal that you get cobwebs. What do we have in here? Wool. Okay. Let's put back my marker tray or my marker cart. And there we go. Right, so we'll see if we can fix this brush. I'm gonna grab some more hand sanitizer and just put it in there. Just blob it in there and see what it does. Let it soak for a while. I don't expect miracles. But if it works, it works. Not much fan of hand sanitizer because I think it makes my hands sticky. But it's a necessary evil. Okay, so I have this double-sided brush. And I'm not sure if I use it, but I'll put it here next to me in my drawer where it can lay flat. Okay, so meanwhile, this should be pretty much dry, and it pretty much is. So let's grab our ruined brush, the frayed one. I'm gonna wave because someone is watching without sound. It's like a miniature fan brush. So as you can see, I use brushes until they fall apart and even beyond that. Because even if the hairs are gone, I'd still save the brush handle, the stick, as a steering stick, crafting stick. I always try to find use of it. Minimal waste. Okay, so this can dry now. brush is over here. That one is soaking. There we go. Purple, purple, purple. Browns. Pink. Purple. Where did I put my spare? Wonder where I put my spare gold markers. Maybe just on the spot where they're supposed to be. That's also a possibility. It's just gemstones. This is neon, if I'm right. Yeah, neons. Stuffs. Alcohol markers. No, paint markers. Can't remember where I put my spare gold markers. Probably put them in a spot where I won't lose them. That's what happens most of the time with me. What's this? Alcohol markers. No, not alcohol. Paint markers. Great. I keep on misplacing things because I'm cleaning up. The irony. Coming, already coming. Should make a list of things I'm misplacing. This needs a second coat. But that's okay, I can deal with that. I don't mind that. Try something nice and dark. So while this dries, I'm gonna make a list of things I've misplaced ever since the move. I have this handy dandy things to do pad, so I can use that. But I also need then a pen. Okay, pen should be in here. Terrible pen, perfect for the job. Okay. This is going to be the worst stream ever. I misplaced my embossing powder. I misplaced my air clay, my foam clay. And I misplaced my gold markers. Spare. Well, I did find back. Why is this so sticky? So I think this is what I'm misplacing at the moment. Or have misplaced at the moment. I think there was another thing, but I have no idea. So now I'm just gonna make a list. My embossing powder, my air clay. And this piece of marker is completely sticky. The rubber is, what's it called again? It's deteriorating and then it gets sticky. Just put some tape around it. There we go. Okay, so this is my lost list. Things I have misplaced. And hopefully I can eventually get rid of some points. Okay, meanwhile, knowing that paint, this is pretty much dry. And this needs to be painted on the front as well. There we go. Now it should be done. And then we're going to have this second coat for the penny. It's not completely dry just yet, but dry enough to the touch. I mean, this is just the back side. Not everything is dry just yet, so I have to be careful so I don't pull away other paint. But this second coat should do it. And let's put you on here. Now, let's see. How is the Sailor Moon resin one doing? Yep. Despite a very low sunlight, it still does fine with curing. I'm keeping in mind there might be a third coating needed. So at least this improves the resining. But it takes a bit more time. You have less time to remove bubbles. Could have added some more effects. With some makeup pastels. Okay. Enough to cure for now. And then later on we'll see if I need to do some more. Okay, now you've been soaking for quite a while now, so just feeling there is still gold paint on it. Probably gonna need that paint cleaning soap. Let's put it on my list because I have no idea where I put the paint cleaning soap. Probably somewhere with my watercolors, but I was like, oh, I bought this, but I don't have any oil paints to clean. But verf zeep soap paint or paint soap. Now we're continuing this little Charmander, and look, we need black. New brush, who dis? I need the Miku color for the other eye. Wonderful. Butterfingers. Didn't I use this paint for something else except Miku? Only Miku. There's a little bit over here that... I mean, this is still a pristine brush. Hairs haven't frayed just yet. The black already did quite nice, so I think I'm going to glitter that as well today. Let's first finish this Charmander. Actually, I can't paint it with the other paint still wet, but this is not much, so maybe at the end I can glitter this. So let's put you over here so you can dry. Is the penny already? Yep, it's already dry. It's not completely dry just yet, but dry enough. Some fixing over here needed, yes. It's a bit too much paint. Well, then you're gonna get an extra coat, just for funsies. Okay, and well, there we go. That's not stable. This should be more stable. My little mustard neon blend. It's a very nice pale blend. Maybe for next year I'm going to experiment more with colors and shading. The neighbor is almost finished. Thank you for the compliment. These are 3D prints I made myself. Just little 3D coloring blanks. And this is going to be a freebie. So it has raised lines, but you can paint it and do whatever you want with it. Except selling. Selling is not allowed, but you can paint it. So this is a paid one. And this is going to be a freebie. All my fan art is always going to be for free. I have an account on Ko-fi and I have an account on Cults. Cults is behind on Ko-fi because Ko-fi gets first. And I'll show you another freebie soon enough because I need to check it if it's done. Thank you. The little witch is my Halloween character, Tenebra. They can take any shape or form that makes you feel comfortable, but this is the one I designed back then. And so I'm gonna put this away for a moment because I need to check if my other freebie, you might know this character, put some resin on it, and I need to check if the resin hardened. Resin hardened. And it seems I did not fill one. Oh, darn it. Didn't do one side. Well, is this all done? Yeah. Yeah, so this is going to be a freebie. So you can turn it into a standee, so you can just stand it. But you can also make this in an oversized pin, which I'm going to do. So if you have a 3D printer or know someone with a 3D printer, you can ask them to print this as soon as it's released, because I first paint it and stuff like that. Every month is a freebie. How about I close my paint? It seems I missed a spot on the side, which is going to be tricky to paint that now. But I might be lucky because I have a new thin brush. So I might have a bit more control of that. I can't touch it because my resin is old and sticky. So I always spray varnish it afterwards to remove the stickiness. However, I also have very old spray varnish. So what I need to do is first use the old spray varnish for the first coat, and then I use the new spray varnish for the final coat. Well, 3D printers, yeah, the fact that they can create this is magic by now. But I found a site that allows you to put your art into, well, 3D printable objects. And that's why I made this. So yes, I drew this myself. And there's a drop over here. There we go. And I'm just using UV resin so the sun hards it. Where is my fire? And I ordered a couple of more of these steering sticks. And forgive me for asking Epithima, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Do you happen to live in the Netherlands? And because otherwise I plan to sell these prints myself. But well, if you're not here, then it's kind of hard to. Yeah, that's not around the corner. This is also going to be a freebie for with the little Charmander. But there are companies that offer 3D printing that you hand over the file and then they 3D print it for you. So that is a possibility. Or maybe you ask around, does someone have a 3D printer? And then perhaps someone can print it for you. I mean, I don't plan on quitting anytime soon. This is a 4-year project and I'm not even in my first year. And I plan to do one freebie every month and 4 free designs, paid designs a month. And I try to keep the costs low because you general term pay for the filament and you pay for the time and electricity. But yeah, I did draw this. Oh, this is such a thin line. Yeah, I thought 4 years was plenty because I also have other projects. But if it does work, people are interested, I might make it longer. I mean, who knows? And I plan to make more examples that you can do more than create a standee out of it or a pin. You can turn this into a keychain. If you're a tiny bit into crafting, you can easily turn this into whatever you want. I was worried I had to cancel the project because the site that I used to convert my art suddenly changed, but turned out there was just a little click I forgot to do. Okay, I'm not sure if this is gonna show on camera, but let's check for the UV-ness because this is UV paint. In this case, I need to check if the black is doing. Yeah, I have a window right above me, so it's a bit hard to show the UV-ness. But these all glow up in UV. How about I close my big jar of black paint before I drop it on the floor? Because this is a carpet floor. Maybe I should look into a floor mat. Because I am kind of clumsy. Where is my rag? Anyway, I plan to craft almost every Sunday for about 2 hours. Then I usually split it in the middle. Usually I take that to take a little break, but right now I don't need that. But we have passed the hour mark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click off, click on. So I'll be right back. Don't worry. But that makes it easier for me to upload it on YouTube. So I'll be right back. Don't worry. Don't worry. Be right back.